Welcome to Life on the Wabash, your home for the lighter, brighter, happier side of your community. We'll cover places to go, events to explore, recipes to try, and information that makes your life easier or more fun. Let's dive in. Good morning and welcome to Life on the Wabash. I'm Lindsay Veramis.
And I'm Jonah Blankenhorn. Consider this your inside scoop to the best side of your community. We uncover what's new in town while highlighting key area traditions.
This is also a teaching tool. Boilermakers like Jonah are in the driver's seat, producing this show and getting hands-on TV training in the process.
Coming up from staff to star, she works at the Art Museum. Now her work is displayed there. How local artists made this transition and how you can support her.
Plus, buzzworthy businesses driving curiosity this spring. Where to go, where to eat, and where to play. Our local guide has you covered.
We're learning what smells like spring at Rose and Wick, how to make your own seasonal candle with new spring scents.
What happens when Purdue students try to run a professional level charity broadcast complete with studio production and campus-wide collaboration? We're going behind the scenes of Hacks from Scratch, a creative streaming event bringing together dozens of student organizations.
Plus, a closer look at maternal health in our community. How local experts are helping moms get the support they need to get started when it matters most.
Looking for ways to give back to the community, we're exploring Habitat for Humanity's Restore, how your donations are changing lives one home at a time.
From pirouettes to philanthropy, Higher Ground Dance Company is making an impact on our community. Wondering how to please the toughest name on your gift list? We're headed to Inspired Fire Glass Studio in Lafayette to learn how handcrafted glass art can make meaningful memories. Life on the Wabash starts now.
In the Art Museum of Greater Lafayette, Ladonna's Millange is currently on display from January 24th through May 10th. This exhibit features pieces created by Ladonna Vohar, the museum's shop manager. Vohar has been with the museum for the past 9 years, the longest of any current employees. In addition to her duties as the shop manager, Vohar is also an artist.
I titled this exhibit Ladonna's Millange, which means a medley of different things, since I have quite a medley of quite a few different things.
Located on the ground floor in the Shook Gallery, Vohar's work spans a variety of art mediums.
The inspiration that I have for pieces are either from people I meet, whether at a restaurant, in the museum, or friends I have.
She also finds inspiration in existing photographs. Some pieces, like Frida my dog and Mom's cartwheel, started as beloved photos that she wanted to further expand upon in her creative work.
I came across that old black and white photograph. Like, wow, that'd be really fun. My mom has always seemed mature, not someone that I would see doing a cartwheel. Anyway, I was amused by that.
Fellow museum employees, like marketing and event coordinator Olivia Fraser, have always known that Vohar was talented, but being able to see her art displayed in the museum where they all work has been a neat experience.
It really shows me like the scale of her talent.
Fraser believes that Vohar's work in the museum is a reminder that great artists can be from anywhere and that art can be enjoyed by anyone.
You don't have to be really knowledgeable or even know how to have a conversation about art. If you come in and you see something you like and that you kind of can carry with you afterwards, that's kind of the importance of visiting.
Vohar is proud of the work she has done and is incredibly humbled to have it put on display in the Art Museum of Greater Lafayette.
It's near and dear to my heart. I love this museum, and I love that if I can bring more people here to see my exhibit, well, that's even better.
Be sure to catch Ladonna's Millange at the Art Museum of Greater Lafayette before the exhibit leaves in early May. To learn more about the museum, visit in person Monday through Sunday between 11 a.m. and 4 p.m.
In addition to exhibits like Ladonna's Millange, the Art Museum of Greater Lafayette offers an array of classes and workshops for all ages.
From pottery to basket weaving, glasswork to youth pottery, there are many opportunities to explore.
Head to artlafayette.org/classes to find your session. You can also browse opportunities by following the museum on Instagram.
Everyone is always in search of new and creative gift ideas, and today we might have one for you. My name is Victoria Payak, and I am here at Inspire Fire Glass Studio and Gallery, here with the owner, Sharon Owens. Sharon, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you.
Sharon, can you tell me a little bit more about what Inspired Fire is?
Yeah, we're a beautiful creative studio with an attached gallery, and we have all kinds of classes for people. anywhere from melting glass like this, we call this flame working, to you doing flat glass, where you take pieces of, a flat glass, put it on top of each other and melt it together. You can form plates and tiles and sun catchers. We also have the hot shop, where you're taking the molten glass from a 2,000-degree furnace. It's like a big ball of liquid honey, and you can turn it into a paperweight or a solid pumpkin or flower.
That sounds really fun. And can you tell me a little bit more about how handmade and like homemade glass is a very, very valuable gift?
Well, it's giving the gift of experience, where most places don't offer and such a variety of glass. It's very difficult to offer fusing, flame working, furnace, and casting that we offer here at the studio and gallery.
And that sounds amazing. So do you need any experience to blow glass?
Absolutely none. We teach you everything you need to learn. And depending on whether you just want to come and try it one time, that's perfectly fine with us, because we like people to come and just experience it for the first time. Maybe you'll fall in love with it. And this is something that I wanted to bring to my hometown. I'm from Lafayette, grew up here, and I just was passionate about art. And I had to move out of state at times to be able to learn how to blow glass. And so I wanted to bring it back home to where I'm from.
That sounds amazing. Oh my gosh. And if you would like to try it out for yourself and become your own artist, you can check them out online at inspiredfire.com or on Instagram, inspiredfireglass.
Now that spring has officially sprung, it's time to freshen up our houses with new candles. I'm here with owner of Rose & Wick, Shay Toko, and she's here to show us the new spring scents.
So we have 8 new spring scents to kind of add into what we already have on the wall. I wanted to make sure to add something like a little bit fruitier, like more exciting, just kind of try out some new things. So we have fresh baked bread, carrot cake, orchid, Fruit Loops. We also have raspberry, spring rain, and then we also have sweet basil and garden dill for our last one.
And now we're gonna make our spring candles. I've decided to make a raspberry lemon pound cake one. It has raspberry, lemon, fresh baked bread, sugar cookies, and almond.
And today I'll be making what we call in the garden. So I'll be using orchid, whole cucumber, garden dill, fresh cut grass with a little bit of sea salt.
Where do we start?
Yes,
exactly?
So in order to figure out like which ones are the strongest, we start off by doing what we call pre-blending. So you're just gonna twist open this top section of your scents, like just that nozzle part there. And then I'm going to take our brand new garden dill with the fresh cut grass. I'm just gonna squeeze them together. That way you can smell them at the same time and really kind of get the profiles of both. I recommend starting off with just a tiny bit of each of the scents. That way you can actually smell them all together. Because we did a little bit of that with like the pre-blending, but we'll just get a little bit more data once we actually put them together. And then from there you can like balance. So for example, if you're smelling too much of one, don't add any more of that. Kind of add a few other things and then mix. So you're just gonna use that handle to mix and then smell that throughout the process.
Got it. I think I got it.
I
think I'm good.
Yeah, and that's a nice height. You filled it.
Yeah.
Because you were a little nervous. Yeah, you did great.
Thank you. I feel like I have a lot of oil on.
Yeah, you're gonna smell like a candle all day long, which isn't a bad thing.
That's not a bad thing. So what's the next step after this?
The next step is choosing your color, if you would like a color. We can do just about any color for a $3 add-on. Otherwise, it'll be just like a creamy white kind of shade in here. And then for this next step, we're going to pour the oil that we mixed together into the hot wax that I bought you. So I like to put it on my tray, just in case I spill any oil, then the tray kind of contains everything and you like don't mess up your scent. Should we cheers? No, I'm just kidding.
Imagine.
That's so scary.
No,
are we?
Fine. I think we can do it.
Cheers. Cheers. All right, and then we're gonna mix slowly for 2 minutes, just to make sure that we're mixing everything in together. It's all integrated. That way it burns evenly and you can smell it the same throughout the whole candle. I recommend holding on to the candle container and then making contact between the 2 kinds of glass, just to like make sure you're pouring a little bit more precise. And also going slower tends to work a bit better for me, but some customers just fully go for it and that works too. So whatever works. And then the last step is naming the candle. We've kind of already talked a little bit about that, you know, with our raspberry lemon pound cake and my in the garden. But you can decorate these however you like. And then I put it on the bottom of the candle later. So like you can really put as much time as you want to do that. So now the candles just take 2 hours to cool, and you can come back and pick up anytime after that 2 hours. So if it's 2 hours, 2 days, 2 weeks, really whatever works.
Okay, thank you so much for guiding us through making a candle and decorating stickers.
Yes,
and
of course. Thank you so
was-
much for having me and asking all the questions and kind of learning a little bit more about me and what I do here.
Come to Rosenwick if you are interested in making a spring candle or whatever candle that, you know, interests you.
Yeah.
Rosenwick is located on
707 Main Street in downtown Lafayette.
Wondering what's new and notable in Greater Lafayette? From buzzworthy restaurants to indoor spots for active fun, there is a lot to explore. We have local guide and social media influencer Elise Daniel here with us now. Elise is the creator behind the Happy Hours on Instagram, and she is always ahead of the curve when it comes to all things local. So let's talk about new restaurants first. A lot of buzz surrounding the Lawrence. What stands out to you?
Well, not only are you going to go in there and have a fantastic lunch or dinner, but there is a huge history behind this barn that you walk into. So from its original property, engineers went there and marked every beam, disassembled it, and then brought it to campus, reassembled it, and now we have this beautiful space where you can go and dine, take your family, but also there is hosting, so you can host events and parties. It's just a really great spot to have.
And atmosphere really does add so much to the experience. And that brings us to our next spot, K-Pot Korean Barbecue and Hot Pot. I saw it on your Instagram and I must say I am intrigued.
Yes, so this place was definitely an experience. It definitely felt like I was stepping outside of Lafayette into like a little Korean restaurant. The vibes were just fun. And then along with that, you get to cook your own meal right there. And it's also all you can eat. So come with an appetite. They have barbecue meats. And then along with that, they have vegetables, rice, noodles. So there's also vegan options and gluten-free options.
And we have another newbie, so many new things. This one's in my neighborhood. Let's talk about Aura.
Yes, so it's a fun little spot, cozy little spot on the corner near the neighborhood. So it's fun to see some locals in there from their walks from home. But their menu features a lot of fresh ingredients, some power bowls, fresh meats, and then along with that, they have these crafted cocktails that you're not going to find anywhere else. So it's just a fun spot that, again, it feels like you're stepping out of Lafayette.
Kasuth and 9th.
Yes.
Definitely one to check out. Moving beyond restaurants, Market on Main, indoor permanent farmers market.
Yes, so they have been open for a little while, but they constantly are adding new vendors in there. So you can go in and you can find lotions and soaps and face creams and detergents that are made right here in Lafayette. Then along with that, local meat and produce. There's locally made vitamins and supplements that are in there. Art supplies, arts and crafts. There's just a ton of options all in this one space, and you're supporting local. So it's just an amazing stop on Main Street.
And we certainly love that. Okay, what about for people who love to get active? Nut Par. Lots of buzz there.
Yes, and it's family friendly. So take your kids there, or you can have a girls' night or a fun night out with friends. So they offer food and drinks, but it's indoor golfing. And there's different options, so you can just practice, or you can select a course, or there's the option to select fun games, which is what I did. I'm not a golfer, but this was such a blast to have with my children and my husband. And we just went all out and experienced the whole thing with a couple of drinks, some good food like little flatbreads, and then played games with the kids on the screen.
Speaking of family fun, Get Air, it's not new, but there are some new amenities.
Yes, so I was really pumped for the amenities that they have added. There is a huge ball pit, and they have an on-screen simulator where you can throw the balls and you're trying to knock down, I think, like stuffed animals. And then another thing there is an indoor playground with tunnels and a slide. And then along with that, then there is a slide that you can go down on a tube. So it's just, I was having such a blast with my kids there.
If you want more insight like this, be sure to follow Elise on Instagram.
Couches, cabinets, light fixtures, anything you might need for your home can be found at the Restore, a home improvement and donation center run by Habitat for Humanity. Whether you want to donate or you're looking to buy, the Restore uses its resources to build homes and better the community. Matthew Stewart is the manager of the Restore and has been working with Habitat for Humanity for years.
We get donations every day. We go out on our truck and pick up donations every day. And we pick them up for free. So it's a great service to the community. If they're wanting to get rid of something and we can resell it here, there's no better way.
Every year, Habitat for Humanity uses donations from the community and building material from the Restore to build and furnish homes. Each build is run by volunteers of all backgrounds and abilities.
I had some free time when I retired from a job while I was starting another one, and I seen the opportunity to be able to help out, and so it's been a great opportunity for me.
Retirees like Norm volunteer on Tuesdays and Thursdays for each build.
I just volunteer 1 or 2 days a week. There's a group of retirees that meet, so not only do we work, it's also a family type, know each other and the families, and a lot of camaraderie going on.
But there's volunteer opportunities, there's donation opportunities, there's lots of opportunities to contribute to Habitat for Humanity.
Not only are we supplying building materials for that home, but if that home needs a vanity and sink, if that home needs appliances, if that home needs trim, if it needs outlet covers, basic things, then we're helping supply those on top of just specific building materials.
If you want to learn more about the Restore or Habitat for Humanity, go to LafayetteHabitat.org or drop by the Restore at 3815 Fortune Drive. For Life on the Wabash, I'm Courtney Bragg.
For many new moms, the weeks before and after giving birth come with big questions about health, breastfeeding, and what support is available. But not every family starts that journey with the same access or resources. To better understand the challenges families face locally, we spoke with 4 women working in maternal and infant health across the area. In Clinton County, especially limited healthcare options means some mothers are left navigating pregnancy and postpartum care largely on their own, often without nearby family or consistent medical support. Libby Smith is an early start pregnancy navigator with Healthy Communities of Clinton County. She says many families she works with are missing an important part of their support system.
We often deal with families who've maybe immigrated here and, their mom, who might have been that good support, is not with them now.
Without that built-in support system, education and reassurance can be just as important as medical care. That's where local pregnancy navigators and breastfeeding educators step in, offering guidance in spaces designed to feel safe, personal, and approachable. Instead of large, formal classes, many providers focus on one-on-one conversations, meeting families where they are and answering questions without pressure or judgment.
So one of the biggest things that I offer is a breastfeeding class where we just sit and talk about all the good reasons to do it, all the benefits. I sit one-on-one with a couple. I encourage the dads to be there, or whoever the supporting partner is, to be there. And we sit and we do it one-on-one, not in a big class where you might be intimidated or feel awkward asking questions.
Those conversations are especially impactful when they start early, even before a baby is born. Esmeralda Gutierrez works as a breastfeeding peer counselor with Tippecanoe County's WIC program. She says starting those conversations early can help build confidence for new mothers.
At least to have some information. There's a lot of information come out from you during your pregnancy from everywhere, doctor's appointments, family members, friends. So the sooner that you can kind of get some basic info, the more confident that moms can feel.
Breastfeeding counselors say confidence matters, especially when expectations don't always match reality. But education alone can't fix a system where access remains uneven. Monica Zarate Blaisdell directs Clinton County programs for the Indiana Minority Health Coalition. She says access to care is still a major barrier for many families in the area.
What we're seeing in Clinton County is the fact that we do not have any pediatrics, or we don't have any nurses for prenatal care. So we see a lot of moms having to go ahead and travel outside of Clinton County. When you're often having to work and then having to travel outside, a lot of our community members choose to go ahead and go to work. So we're not seeing moms get the kind of care that they need at an early stage.
Aza Ahmed is a certified pediatric nurse practitioner and an international board-certified lactation consultant at Purdue University. She says early hands-on support is essential for mothers learning to breastfeed.
They actually need immediate help. Like once the mother put she need to learn how to put the baby on their breast, how to actually make sure the baby is latching correctly, how to to know that the baby is getting enough milk.
That kind of hands-on support can make all the difference for new families. Across the region, these providers share a common goal: to make breastfeeding and maternal health support feel normal, accessible, and welcoming, so every family knows they don't have to figure it out alone.
This week at Purdue, creativity and community are coming together for something much bigger than just a live stream. From March 28th to April 4th, students across campus are collaborating for Hacks from Scratch, a week-long charity stream and creative jam in partnership with the Scratch Foundation. The goal is to raise money for children who don't have the same access to educational opportunities while showcasing the incredible creative talent right here at Purdue. With partnerships including Boiler TV and Wabash Landing 9, and collaborations spanning dozens of student organizations, this festival is entirely student-built from scratch. Today, we are speaking with the organizers behind the event, Xander and Tanil, to learn how this ambitious week-long broadcast is coming to life. Hi guys, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Your event brings together so many different creative clubs across campus. Can you tell us your original idea behind this event and what was the vision when you first started doing this?
Sure. So Hack from Scratch goes all the way back to first semester. I'm a member of Purdue Hackers, and we run a big show called Spill. And for Spill, I decided to try something very outside of my comfort zone. I built a chair from scratch. Never done any woodworking. And the idea was the chair is a gaming chair. You can play video games with it. It was a really fun project to work on. And as a follow-up, I thought, it'd be fun to run a charity stream or something like that. And so I reached out to the Scratch Foundation. I'm like, hey, would you want to collaborate? And then the next day, I'm on a call with 4 of their department heads, like completely out of the blue. There's just this call on my calendar, and they're hopping in, like looking up, like, this is insane. It turns out they hadn't ran a big PR event in a while. So we talked about it. They were super excited about the idea, and we just kind of took it from there.
And this event, it involves like groups from tech organizations to like music organization, producers, filmmakers. So what has it been like coordinating like so many different creative communities into this one event?
It's been a little difficult because we have to bridge the gap between like student organizations who tend to be a little bit more lax and then professional organizations where you have to have a certain amount of like business speak. But we ended up having a huge all hands where we just sat down and talked to everyone. And it's been good to have people designate to reach out to different individuals.
I know that like this event is something that is still kind of like building. It's almost like an open source festival. How does that flexible collaborative structure shape the identity of Hacks from Scratch?
I mean, it's really exciting because I'm in charge of organizing and working on the itinerary, and it's constantly changing, right? Just a bunch of different organizations hopping on. Been talking to animation clubs for help with the Steamies. Touch Grass Together recently hopped on board. So it's really exciting to just see all of the different creative things happening at Purdue and try and put it all together to showcase the awesome work for a good cause.
And beyond the fun and creativity, this is ultimately a charity event. So what impact do you hope that Hacks from Scratch will have both for children, but also for Purdue community?
So we have a lot of goals. Shooting for the moon here, right? So one thing we're trying to do is just inspire creatives, not only at Purdue, but everywhere tuning into the stream to just build things. It doesn't matter what. It doesn't matter if you don't have any experience. We encourage you to try, to fail, and to just gain that experience. That's our goal from Scratch angle. Beyond that, we're hoping to showcase the awesome creative work done at Purdue as well as support the Scratch Foundation and child creativity. So those are our main goals with the event. We're super excited to see how it turns out.
And before we wrap it up, can you tell our audience how can they tune in and follow the event?
Yeah, absolutely. So we're going to be streaming on youtube.com/ at hack-from-scratch. So stay tuned.
Thank you guys so much for being here. And once again, Hacks from Scratch is happening from March 28th to April 4th. Make sure to tune in and follow the creative hard work done by Purdue students.
Combining passion with philanthropy, Purdue Club Higher Ground Dance Company is using leaps and turns to raise money for a cause. I spoke with Higher Ground Dance Company board members and asked them about the Andrea Rizzo Foundation and how their efforts impact the community.
So the Andrea Rizzo Foundation is a foundation that was actually started by Andrea's mother. Andrea was a childhood cancer survivor who absolutely loved to dance. Unfortunately, her life was cut short when she was killed by a drunk driver, but her mother started the Andrea Rizzo Foundation so that dance therapy programs can thrive forever. Higher Ground is just one organization that donates to the Andrea Rizzo Foundation in hopes that we can support dance therapy programs.
So all of our proceeds go directly towards the Andrea Rizzo Foundation. This amazing foundation funds Drea's Dream, which provides pediatric dance therapy programs to children with cancer and special needs across the entire country. Higher Ground also participates in Purdue University's Dance Marathon every year. All of our efforts and proceeds during that time go directly to Raleigh's Children's Hospital in Indianapolis as well.
I love Higher Ground because I did dance in high school and I didn't know if I was going to do it in college. And it's just actually just an amazing community of people who lift each other up. Honestly, Higher Ground is just so impactful. I love the fact that it's a philanthropy committee and that I can contribute to that. I love being able to promote the Andrea Rizzo Foundation and feel like I'm dancing for a meaning.
To answer the question everyone's been wondering, how exactly do you get involved with this amazing organization?
So here on Purdue's campus, we welcome anyone and everyone that is a student here. It's really great to get to meet and interact with people from all different majors and all different ages. But for the community, especially in West Lafayette, every semester we have a show that is welcome for anybody to attend. So this year, May 3rd, we have our show. There's one at noon and one at 4 p.m. at the Stewart Center here on Purdue's campus. Please come join if you want to support the Andrea Rizzo Foundation and if you want to support our dancers here at Higher Ground.
To stay in touch with Higher Ground and learn when tickets go on sale for their spring show, follow them on Instagram at HGDC Purdue. That's HGDC Purdue.
If you have a story you'd like to see in our next episode of Life on the Wabash, send us an email, connect with us on Instagram, or subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Your voice will help drive the show, and we're eager to hear from you. Here's a look at when you can find us next. Until then, we encourage you to explore more and have a happy Saturday.
Brought to you in partnership with Purdue University Brian Lamb School of Communication and NBC 16 Lafayette, a Star City TV station.